welcome to Full Fitness. You guys can use a chair for some or all of the moves. I'll do most standing since most seem comfortable with that level. So go ahead and start with a march. If you have any medical concerns or health changes, talk to your doctor about those. Otherwise, hopefully a fitness class will help. Hands are going to keep your shoulders relaxed, abs tight, elbows at 90 degrees. The higher up you get your knee, the more work. The faster you go, the more work it is, but you can still do that seated. You guys can wear shoes at home if you want a little more foot stability, but feel free to try barefoot if you're on carpet or indoors. So we're going to do full body today with quite a few dumbbell options if you have your light weights handy. Otherwise, we're going to start with a chest opener closer. You can keep the feet down on the ground, wide for the best peace of mind, narrow to make it a little bit harder, or maybe lift one leg up. You can always shed layers as you get warm. Drink plenty of water as needed. I'm going to switch to my other leg and try an arm switch up and down. Okay, we're going to keep those arms up for our hamstring stretch, bending through the hips. We've been doing good mornings a lot this month. Pressing those hips back. I'll take this off so you have a better side profile. And you guys want the back to stay straight. So I'm not bending through the spine and dangling down. I've got my eyes up. That helps keep my neck and back straight. You can even squeeze your shoulder blades back together and open up your chest while you do it to help force the hinge through the hips and not the spine. Last 6. You should feel those hamstrings stretch and squeeze back up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, keep those arms up in a goalpost position. And you guys are going to go up and down. If you were sliding on a wall, that'd be perfectly up and down. Up and down. You can work on that balance again. Lift a foot behind you. Drawing that navel in toward your spine. Then you want to switch legs while we take those elbows in and out. Warm those shoulders up a bit more. Good, and the heel tap forward while we turn an imaginary doorknob with each hand. Send it out to the side. Lifting that toe up should help elongate that calf muscle on the back of your lower leg. Good, then toe to the back while we do some small circles. Forward with the arms, palms up. Small circles the other direction. And shake it out. Okay, we're going to start with a star crunch. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. So it's essentially one of our warm-up moves that we often do. If you want to use that chair back to hold on to for peace of mind, we're going toward the opposite elbow, opposite knee. Then the other side. If you need to hold on, you can do the same side the whole time. We'll do 10 and 10 for 20. So give me another 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Again, holding on as much or as little as you want. That's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, one dumbbell, if you want to add weight, and or a shoulder press on one side. So whenever we do one-sided work, it automatically forces your core to balance a little more, because otherwise you'll be off kilter. So forcing those little isometric contractions of all those stabilizer muscles is valuable. So I'm going to put my left leg forward, step back, and you decide how much you bend both knees. If you can bend them both until you get that front thigh to parallel, that's the ultimate goal, but maybe not where you're at today. You don't have to hold on either. Now press up at the top if you like the idea of a combination move. If that's a little much for your brain today, then just hold that weight at your side. 9, 8, you could do a curl instead. Otherwise, overhead press and we'll curl later. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, it's not a race, take your time, switch sides, try for the same spacing. Once you have an ailment on one side of your body, adjust accordingly. You might have to turn so the chair is on your other side if you're using it, or move it. We've got that big step with the other arm relaxed, curling, or pressing. So I'm going to lower down, press up. Lower down about 12 times. Palm faces my nose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now a little kickboxing break. So you guys can box or shuffle, which just means you're marching, but with a little bit of a side-to-side motion. Maybe your body's not leaving the ground all at the same time, just 1 foot at a time. Or maybe you can transfer that weight in the air briefly. Arms up, abs tight. And we'll throw in a punch sequence. We're going to do some crosses, some uppercuts, and some hooks. So after you guys get it all shaken out with this boxer shuffle or march, then you're going to plant those feet hip width apart, and we're going to cross and twist. Knees are soft, so you can rotate through the core and keep those legs engaged. If you can go faster, go faster. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Eyes follow the punch, unless that makes you dizzy. Look forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uppercuts. So you can go up, up. Strong arms at your sides. Move your arm through the shoulder joint. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Knees soft. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Strong arms. Flex those biceps and we'll switch to a hook. So the arm comes around about eye level and then the other side. Put it back down by your hip. Bring it around. Back down by your hip. Bring it around. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax those arms at your side. Get water if you want. And we're on to a leg extension with a bicep curl, adding balance if you want. So it can be a very small amount of movement or a lot of movement. If you wanted to sit, you'll just lift that leg up. If you had access to ankle weights at home or in a gym, you'd strap that ankle weight around your ankle. But we can use the weight of our leg. If you're more advanced, stand up and hold that side parallel to the ground the whole time. And that'll automatically make this one much harder. Then you guys are going to curl on the other arm. Palm up is harder, palm in is easier. Ready? 10, 9. So I'm doing opposites. If you started with the same side, that's fine. 8, 7, 6, 5. Seated would be fine. 3, 2, and 1. So pay attention to which leg and which arm is up in case you didn't do opposite, and switch everything. If you need that chair on the other side, just turn your body. You guys aren't on camera. Listen to my voice for your cues. Leg up or down, seated or standing. I'm going to curl at the same time I extend. I don't need to hold on, so I'm going to let go for the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to turn my palm up to make that curl a little bit harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, overhead presses with a lower body jumping jack motion. We're abducting that leg when we lift it out. So if you can do both arms at the same time, great. If you need to modify, you could do just your arm weight, but you're going to press up and alternate which leg goes out. Exhale up. My palms are in to protect my shoulders a bit more. You could do goalpost position, press up to make it a little bit harder. The higher up you lift that leg, the harder. If you're a little wobbly, then just barely lift it up so you can get back to your balance. Good. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, front leg raise with a twist. So we're gonna put our arms up and we're going to raise that leg up and then twist away. So you got your arms kind of in goalpost position, but your hands are parallel or the same height as your elbows. So lift one leg up. It's up to you if you want to keep the knee bent or send all the way out. Twist away, switch, twist away. You can even cross your arms if you want. So our core is tight and engaged and twisting. And you could hold on to make it a little bit easier. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we've got an upright row with a calf raise. So this one you want as much weight as you can get your hands on. Palms against your thighs. We're gonna pull up. And I always tell people to keep your wrists straight. If you look like you're doing a doggy paddle with a bent wrist, then don't go up as high with the weights to maintain the elbow position higher than your hands. When you pull up as high as you can, go up on those toes. Be hip width apart. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, keeping that back tall and straight, 7, 6, 5, 4, good balance on those toes, last 1. Okay, then we are on to a butt kick. You guys are just going to curl, 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 or really try to get that leg up to that hip height. Elbows back if you're curling, or you're going to be elbows at your sides, swinging those arms if you're doing a faster butt kick. Got 15 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A combo with the dumbbells. You guys are going to go bent over row and then a fly. So I'll demo the chair first and stand up second. So just like our good morning at the start of class, we're in that position, seated or standing. So you can put your elbows, your dumbbells under your legs, pull up, bend, palms face in, and go out to the side. So if you're standing, you can keep your palms in the whole time. Row, fly. If you're seated, same thing. Row, fly, row, fly, squeezing out to the side. 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Fast feet to shake it out, and that will complete round 1. So you guys can stay seated, move it through the feet. Standing, same thing. Maybe it's a slower march. 30 seconds. Last half. Give me another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get some water and regroup for round 2, starting with the split squat. So that was a static lunge. You can call everything so many things. I'm going to do my right leg forward first. Hold a dumbbell in my left hand and press that up and lower it down when I lower down. So a few deep breaths, with or without that weight. If you're not going to do the press, you can just hold 2 weights or 1 weight. And then get ready with that right leg forward. You decide if you can get all the way down to a parallel to the floor thigh. Ready? Lower everything down, press up. You don't need to hold the chair, you can put your hand on your hip. 8, 7, round 2 here, we're gonna add a pulse at the end. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go down for extra credit if you want, and pulse, or just hold it with that, both knees bent. Breathe and stand up. Shake it out and switch sides. So your left leg is forward, holding that weight in the right hand. Once you're ready, if you're doing weight up, start with it at the top when you're up, and then when you lower down, lower the hand down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now don't forget the extra credit if you want to go back down. Hold it or pulse it. Arm is relaxed. And stand it up. Shake it out. Okay. This time let's do a speed bag instead of the more directed punches. So you guys are still doing the march, or add that lateral twist of the feet if you're doing the boxer shuffle. Abs tight, arms up. And you're going to spin those fists around and around. Strong fingers squeezed together. Leaving the ground if you want to make it harder. Now other direction, you naturally chose one way. Try the other way, of course, without hitting yourself. Spin them, spin them, spin them. We got both corners coming up. So choose one side, spin them one direction over there. Other direction on that first corner. And over to the left side. Other direction. And shake it out. Okay, single arm bicep curl with a leg extension, sitting or standing. So I'm going to do opposite and do my right leg and my left arm. So seated, I'd extend up as I curl, standing, hold that leg up if you want to make it harder, extend as you curl. Go ahead and join me. 12, 11, you can hold on to that chair or put your hand on your hip. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now that's set up on the other side, seated or standing. Leg up is harder, down on the ground, closer to the ground is easier. Ready? Extend and curl. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Then we've got our overhead press, kind of like a jumping jack. Alternating which leg is going out to the side. So I'm going to put both palms facing one another for the easier version. On the shoulder joint, press up, alternate leg. You can bring those arms all the way back down through the elbow. Exhale up, make it a little bit harder. Put those arms out in a goalpost position. You can keep the elbows shoulder height if you want to make it a little bit harder. Less of a break in between. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, then let's do our upright row with the weight in front of your legs. Pull up as you go up on your toes, remembering to keep those wrists straight. Exhale up. Fifteen, 14, 13, 12. Wider stance will give you more balance. Narrower is harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Last one. Good. Okay. Now let's put our arms up in that goalpost position and bring that knee down toward our opposite toe like we did at the beginning of class. Crunching through that core. Holding on to the chair. You can repeat one side if that's more realistic for you. 20 times or 10 on each. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Finishing up that second side if you're half and half. And 1. Good. Our butt kicks. So you guys are going to curl, curl, or really get into that speed with strong arms. Otherwise, squeeze that shoulder blade section of the back together. About a 30-second burst here. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your weight. Bent over row and reverse fly. Alternating. So last time I was seated, you guys can sit again or stand up for all of it. But we want that body hinged through the hips, like our good morning pose. Eyes up will help keep it a little bit straighter. Palms together, pull those elbows up, squeeze back. And then after you do one of those, out to the side. Squeeze back, pull back, fly out. Pull back, fly out. 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Okay, the fast feet to shake it out, then we'll get some water and move on. So, march, jog, or really move on. Standing or sitting. That's it, that's it. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are going to do some chair crunches. Stand up, sit down. Incline chest presses to take us to the end of class before we stretch it out. So if you wanted to add any weight to a crunch, you could hold dumbbells, but not necessary. You guys are going to sit on the edge of your chair. A few of you may just want to do a regular crunch. If you've got a surface to lay down on, exhale up. But we often shy toward the chair in this class, so there is nothing wrong with that. Tall, straight spine, abs tight, perched on the edge. Contract those abs so that you're controlled until you can get all the way to tapping those shoulders to the top of the chair. Exhale forward. Good. 10 more of those. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lay back in that position and take your weights, or grab them if you need them, and exhale up. So a little bit more forward than towards the ceiling, so you can get a little bit more chest, upper chest, with this reclined chest press. Keeping that neck strong and straight. 10, 9, abs tight for a straight back. 6, 5, loose grip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, put those, actually keep them if you want to make your stand up, sit down heavier. So you can go a little bit wider with this if you want to try to target the chair each time without transferring your weight. Otherwise, go ahead and have a seat all the way down. So what I mean by that is stand up, and then can you tap the chair without sitting on the chair? But sitting is fine. Exhale up, down to your desired spot. Maybe just a little bit, maybe a tap, maybe sitting all the way. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. You can hold those weights down in the middle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now let's bring the legs up instead of the shoulders up. You're still gonna lean back. Strong abs. I like to hold the sides of the chair. Pull both knees up or just one knee up. Maybe alternate to right, left, to right, left, to. Maybe you're doing all doubles, all singles. Make it your own. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying in that reclined position or getting your weight and going back to it for that second set of chest presses. Up and a little bit forward. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. A little bit lighter intensity than push-ups. Hopefully you can get more range through those elbows. Go ahead and finish those up. Okay, last set of stand up, sit down, squat, whatever version you like, with or without those weights, 20 times, squeezing those glutes at the top. 18, 17, 16, maybe if you want to press through the shoulder press, 14, 13, 12. If you sit all the way down, it might be a little bit slower. Don't rush it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to finish with our V-sit twist to round out upper, lower, and oblique core work. So that means you guys are in that reclined core position again for engagement of the abs, and you're twisting side to side. No weight or with weight. Feet are down or up. Side to side to finish it up. Stretch is coming up. We got it. 10, 10, 9, 9. Well done, well done. Go ahead and put those down. Take some deep breaths while you get into a cross-legged position. This will be our hip opener. So you can, of course, make it easier by having those knees closer together, maybe all the way together. But the more you can drive that outside leg down, the better. Still sitting up tall while we do it. And then we'll do that one on the other side. One might be more flexible than the other. And we're going to do a low back twist next. So we'll take those feet down to a flat position on the floor. I'm going to rotate to the right first. Put my right hand on the chair, my left hand on my right knee. Look behind you. Getting that neck involved as well. before slowly bringing it back to the front and over to the other side. Good. Okay, then let's do a hamstring. So you guys have got one leg out or both. You guys are going to rotate your shoulders toward the extended leg. Deep breath, extend forward. You can bend more through the hips and less through the back if you need to protect that back for any past injury concerns. If you're comfortable bending down, you would be able to get that nose closer to the leg. Trying to keep both hands extended so both shoulders are squared up and not just the one. That's a lot easier. And we want to keep both sides of the rib cage involved. So other side, whether you've got them both out or not, we're centered on just the other leg. Extending, extending, extending through the hip joint. Good, taking those hands behind you to open up that chest. And then wrap those arms around the front. Stretching that upper back before getting our quad. So this is the one where you can turn in your chair so that that front leg goes back. And then the leg that's closer to the back of the chair is supported on the seat of the chair. You don't need the chair, then you're moved off of it, holding on. You could arch up towards the ceiling with one hand or two. And then we'll do that one on the other side if you don't need to hold on to the chair or sit on the chair, then just stay out in front of it. Otherwise, that front thigh is supported, and you can still arc those arms up one at a time or two at a time. Good. Okay, feel free to stand up, but I'm going to stay seated closer to the camera for a big deep breath in, arms up, hands together, down the middle, sitting up nice and tall. Press the heels of the hands down to stretch out the forearm. And if you are seated, you can do both ankle rolls together, standing one at a time. Other direction, and you can add in a wrist circles the other way, and we'll end with a neck stretch. So arms down, ear to one shoulder, slowly roll that chin to your chest. You're stretching those hands down over to the other side. That elongates one side of the neck at a time. Try not to tilt back, and we'll call it a day. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.